Hey everyone, welcome back to Dev Parkour. In this video, I want to talk about something that I think is a bit of a challenge, especially for new developers. And this is the concept of being a 10x developer, right? You'll see posts on LinkedIn or various places. Companies are looking for 10x developers. How can we essentially, the reason that it's called 10x is the idea is that how can we get 10 times the productivity out of 1 times the developer, right? How do we find those presumably elusive developers who just have an outsized impact on any organization that they join? And there are definitely some flaws in that thinking. Depending on the organization, they might have an unrealistic expectation that they're going to fill out their teams with essentially superstars or rock stars, or I'm thinking, I'm a hockey fan, right? Some amazing hockey player, find the top 5 or 6, including the goalie, players, put them all on the same team, and you'll have the most amazing team, right? Well, the answer is no, absolutely not, right? You can't have a bunch of people who are just out for themselves, and ultimately that's not really what a 10x developer is. I believe that anyone can be a 10x developer, and being a 10x developer doesn't mean you're the smartest person in the room. It doesn't mean you have the most experience. It doesn't mean that you have written the most lines of code in your career, or have the longest career, or have worked at the most companies, or anything like that. What being a 10x developer really boils down to is your approach and being a continuous learner. So I saw something on, I think it was LinkedIn a few days ago, that basically contrasted imposter syndrome versus growth mindset. Now, imposter syndrome is something we've all felt at various points in our career, and some people might even say, even though they have an established software engineering career, maybe they've been at the same company for years and years and years, and they still feel imposter syndrome. Sometimes we like to joke about, oh, everybody feels imposter syndrome. Yes, but that's kind of making light of something that is real, right? When you're first starting out, you feel like you don't know anything, or you don't know as much as you're expected to know, and you feel like an imposter, right? The definition is right there in the title. Whereas senior engineers, this post proposed, senior engineers approach that same feeling of having a knowledge gap with a growth mindset. The mindset that, yes, there's tons of stuff that I don't know, but I'm confident in my ability to learn it. And that's realistically the difference between a 1x engineer and a 10x engineer. And I do believe that anyone can make that jump. It's very easy to go the so-called 1x route and assume that you need to know things and you can only do the things that you know. It's very comfortable, right? And I'm not going to fault anyone if that's the route you want to go. That's totally fine. There are plenty of good, solid engineers who make a good living, doing, basically, essentially staying in their comfort zone, doing what they have done, doing what they know well. Obviously, there are risks associated with that. Technology is always improving, but there's nothing that says you can't improve just as fast as the tools that you're using, right? So you might be doing the same sort of thing just with the newer tools, and you're keeping pace with that. Again, nothing wrong with it. But if you're looking for that 10x mindset, you have to be constantly learning. You have to be going after the things that you don't know, the things that make you a little bit uncomfortable, and trusting in your ability to learn. And everybody is capable of learning. Every single one of us has learned, continues to learn over the course of their career. It's just a matter of do we apply that ability to learn to to the work that we're doing and to the new experiences that we're in. So specifically with software engineering, it's not just about, here's a problem, I've never seen it before, I've never solved this problem before, let me go search Stack Overflow and see if I can find an answer to plug into this situation, or go to ChatGPT, right? That's a very static way of approaching the problem, and that's where a lot of people start, right? You know, we know enough to be dangerous, and we know enough to know that we have to go looking for an answer, but we don't necessarily know why we're going looking for an answer, or why the answer might be appropriate. And that's really the thing that differentiates, you know, some people might say like junior devs from senior engineers, but realistically, that's the thing that differentiates the people who are pretending to be a 10x developer from the people who actually will be a 10x developer, is understanding why that Stack Overflow answer solved the problem, why ChatGPT presented a solution that ended up working, and also, just as importantly, why a Stack Overflow answer or ChatGPT answer that seemed like it would solve the problem didn't actually have the desired solution. What is different about what they were doing versus what you're doing? Answering that question of why, not just what, but why, and continuing to be curious, right? There's a difference between learning and curiosity. Learning can take many different forms, but typically is, you know, repetitive patterns. But curiosity is understanding why, understanding the foundations, understanding the related context that sits behind that question and answer. And that's realistically, in every single one of the developers I've worked with who I would consider 10x developers, that's the difference between them and, you know, the general population of developers, is that they are continuously learning, and continuously learning why things work the way they do, and why things solve their problems in specific ways, and why certain solutions might be better than others for specific scenarios. They don't just charge ahead with a particular solution that they've used in the past because that's the one they know. They go deeper and understand why either the solution that they've used in the past is appropriate for the new situation, or maybe isn't as appropriate for the new situation. So those are my thoughts. Let me know in the comments if you agree, disagree, if you've met 10x developers and they you know, are similar to what I've described, different. I'm curious to see what your opinions are. Leave a comment down below. If you found this video valuable, hit that like button. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, definitely subscribe to the channel. I'm really close to 1,000 subscribers, which is an exciting milestone for any YouTube channel, but especially for me. That's awesome. I never expected that I'd get to this point. Back a few years ago, I started this channel, and you know, you hear about channels who have a meteoric rise and they get 1,000 subscribers in like 3 months. I never expected that to happen, but it's been awesome to see this steady increase of subscribers. So thank you all for subscribing. If you've already subscribed, for being a subscriber. If you haven't subscribed, definitely appreciate your subscription, and look forward to some exciting content. Unfortunately, I couldn't record any of that here because I'm in the car. I've got to do this style video, but got some exciting screen capture content coming up. So stay tuned, subscribe, keep an eye out for that. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.